Hi, welcome back once again to CBSE Board Economics. I'm Saddam Hussain. We're discussing the government budget. You already learned what is a government budget. You learned the 4 objectives of the government budget, and we have already discussed the first and the foremost objective of the government budget, that is reallocation of resources or removing regional inequalities. Now we go to the second objective of the government budget, that is reducing inequalities of income. You are quite familiar in India, some people are very rich and some people, and for that matter, majority of the people are very poor. That means there are a lot of inequalities of income. Rich is becoming richer and the poor is becoming poorer day by day. That's very harmful for the economy. That means the whole GDP is going in the hands of 10% of the India's population. That's not very good. That's not healthy from the economy's point of view. The whole wealth is accumulating in few hands. That won't help the development of the economy. It will rather hamper. So we should reduce the inequalities of income. You and me can't do it. The government can do it through the government budget. How does it do it? That's the question we are talking about today. That is the second objective of the government budget. This is also a very important objective of the government budget. Reducing inequalities of income and wealth. How does the government reduce the inequalities of income and wealth? Through the budget. I told you basically budget deals with the estimated receipts and expenditure of the government. How does the government get the revenue? How does it spend it? So the first and the foremost point in reducing inequalities of income is the first point. Follow it carefully. Putting huge taxes on the rich people. Huge taxes. Increase all kinds of direct taxes, income tax, property tax, wealth tax on the rich people, or maybe introduce progressive taxation policy. What exactly is progressive taxation policy? It means as income of an individual increases, the tax rate will also keep on increasing. 10%, 20%, 30%, 40, 50%, 60%, 70%. So that is increasing direct and indirect taxes, or maybe introducing progressive taxation. In India, of course, we do have progressive taxation. Your tax is always linked with your income. As your income is rising up, the tax rate will also go up. If your income is less, the tax rate is also less. That's called progressive taxation. So you may be wondering, so what do they do with these taxes? After collecting these taxes, the government should properly utilize these taxes. Utilize in the sense, what do you do? These taxes, the government spends in providing free education to the poor, schools, colleges, in providing free books to the poor people, in providing training facilities so that they get employment, their economic condition can be improved. So they provide them subsidies, schools, housing facilities to the poor people. So putting taxes on the rich people and the same taxes they can utilize to give more facilities to the people, poor people, it will reduce the inequalities of income. And the third point you have, reducing concentration of wealth, otherwise rich becomes richer and poor becomes poorer. If all the wealth is coming in the hands of the rich people, it has no sense because rich people don't utilize. The more money is being utilized in the economy, the more demand, aggregate demand goes up. The more demand for the goods, obviously more production. We already learned in national income accounting. There is a chain reaction, circular flow of income. You remember? The more people spend it, the more the consumption expenditure in the economy develops faster. So if the entire wealth is in the hands of the few rich people, we call it as concentration of wealth. It's very harmful for the economy. The economy will never develop because the rich people won't be utilizing it, because they have, you learnt it in Keynesian economics, the propensity to consume will come down. So now we explain the second objective of the government budget is to reduce the inequalities of income and wealth. How do we reduce the inequalities of income? Putting huge taxes on the rich people in terms of direct and indirect taxes, or introducing progressive taxation. As income is increasing, tax rate will also go up. And these taxes, second point, which they collected from the rich people, they should spend it on the poor people in terms of education for them, in terms of scholarship, in terms of subsidies, in terms of housing facilities, in terms of providing them free food and other basic necessities, so that their standard of living will go up. And the last point we have the same here, and we should reduce the inequalities of income, and we should actually see that the wealth is not concentrated in few hands, which is very harmful to the economy. That's it. Very simple here. Reducing inequalities of income, putting more taxes on the rich people, and giving all kinds of facilities to the poor people so that we can increase their standard of living. Through this, we can reduce the inequalities of income and wealth. This is the second objective of the government budget. That's all we have time for today. Till we meet next time, it's goodbye from Saddam Hussein. Work hard for your board exams. Sitting idle won't help you. Goodbye.